It's good to be back with you today in the bathroom again. This video is about, I've made two pull-out shoe storage. And so I'll show you that in a second. This is, as you maybe know if you have been watching, but we have episodes going on about the construction and remodel of this whole bathroom. This video is specifically about shoe storage. And so I'll show you kind of what this looks like here quick. I didn't preview it to see how neat it is, but so that's it. There's two of those that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So each one of these may be about 21 pairs of shoes. And then there's another one over here. So I made these things. It's more or less like a pull-out pantry, like in a kitchen. Just the shelves are designed a little differently. So overall, I like them. They turned out great. There's some things I could have done better. So I'll take you through my process and what I think I probably should have done if I ever build these things again. But yeah, let's go and I'll show you my shoe drawers. Okay, so every part of this bathroom I would draw up in sections. So here's kind of this corner of the room. And so I'll start with a large drawing like that to get an idea, and it changes eventually. But so this video is about, as I said, these two shoe pullouts here. And so I'll start with a big drawing like this, and then I will blow it up and I'll draw each individual component. And then so here is what each of those individual shoe pullouts would look like. And so this program is so easy to use. I mean, there's a little bit of learning curve like everything else, but it's very, very intuitive, very easy, I think. And so I used to draw everything out, and now I just draw it here, and then it's all to scale. I can pull dimensions like I did there all the way up and down the sides. I can even like have a diagonal dimension there that I can pull. If everything's to scale, then I can check anything. So really cool. I'll start with this, and then that kind of gives me all the components and what sizes they need to be and stuff like that. So here's all my boards coming down. I've got the bottom here with these two stiffeners I put on to strengthen it, and also to hide that hardware it's got some heavy duty hardware that supports it. So yeah, then I can come around here and show you, like I even have the face front on there, which that'll be a different piece put on later, painted poplar, but just kind of shows the whole thing. And so it's a good way to start. All right, hi, good morning, guys. So we're back at it today. We got a lot done yesterday. I had a lot of extra help here, so we got tons and tons of parts cut for drawers, and then this stack and these boards back here are not the cherry but the maple. I'm gonna make these big giant shoe pull-out shelves. So I got a few hours this morning here on a Saturday, and my goal is to get those assembled. So parts are cut for size. Wrong way. These are all the diagonal shelves that'll sit in there that you put the shoes on, and so I think I'm going to round those over. Use probably like an 1/8 inch round over here, and we'll round over the ends. And then we've got these cute little cleats that I made that will sit somewhere towards the end, just as a little bit of friction so the shoes don't slide off. So these are maple also. What I did, so they're rounded on one side, square on the other. And what I did for those is I just had a piece of maple, and I would use a round over bit, even less than an 1/8. It was pretty little one. But so I'd round it over and then cut a 1/4 inch piece, and then round it over and then cut a 1/4 inch piece off of both sides. So I was getting two at a time, but real simple. These are so little, I'm just going to I'll probably just put a little glue on them and a pin nailer, and I'll show you that later just to hold these on. Yeah, just me, so we're gonna get after it, get something done here. Okay, I got my round overs done. So we've got, actually I should hit that with some flexible sandpaper, but anyways, Get the routering's done. Nice edge on these. So I'm gonna put these things on, and I'm gonna do a little bit of glue, and then I'm gonna do pin nails, which I was gonna show you. So you've got finished nails, which are pretty good size, for, you know, pretty good size nail for finish work. And then you have a brad nail, which is even smaller. And then you got these itty bitty pin nails, and they're literally like a tiny pin. Now these are short, they're only, I think, 5/8, you know, so they come longer. But these things are so small that the hole they leave, you typically don't even have to fill the hole because it's so tiny, unless you just really pepper something. But I'm gonna glue these. I'm gonna put a few pin nails in them just for holding power. So kind of dual purpose. The pins are so small they shouldn't split out my little deal here, whereas a normal nail might. But I shouldn't even have to putty the hole because the holes will be so small. So we will glue it and we will tack it. They're already cut the same width as these shelves. So as soon as I get those on, then it's just down to dominoing and then assembly.
Okay.
All right, hey guys, here we are. So yesterday you probably just saw me go through and marking out all these lines on here, getting that all laid out, got all my pieces cut. So this, again, these will be these shoe shelves. Pull out, basically they'll pull out from the end and they'll hold a bunch of pair of shoes. And so what we have is, I'm building these boxes right now, which is a bunch of diagonal shelves. And so I put this little cleat on here, glued and pin nailed that on there. And so these are gonna go like this. And so what I've marked out, that line that I put on there is the bottom of the shelf. So they're gonna sit right where that line is. And so I'm gonna use a domino. And so on the domino, it's got a center mark there. You can't hardly see it, but I can see it. And so that center mark, all I gotta do, line up this and then line up the center mark, and then I'll plunge it. When I am putting the dominoes in the ends of the boards, I'll have this guard down and that'll set it perfectly. And that's the way this is really meant to be done. When you're plunging on a flat surface, this gets really squirrely. So I'll be holding it pretty solid, and then I'll be plunging real slow. And so I kind of have a method for that, but there's just nothing holding it. So you just got to get used to that. Festool probably doesn't even recommend doing it that way, but I don't know how else you do this. So I'm going to go through and we're going to get all these holes done. And then it's the exciting part. Then we're down to assembly. So here we go again. All right. All of the dominoes are cut in there. So we're 20 millimeters deep on the ends, and we're 12 millimeters deep on the face. So where those come together, that's 32 millimeters. Plenty of room for our 30 millimeter dominoes. So really excited. Those are the bottoms there that I assembled yesterday. This is kind of the fun part. I don't have not running noisy saws. I can just turn on some music or an audiobook or something. And then when they all fit together, this is really fun. Otherwise, this is when I realize that something is done wrong and it doesn't fit together right. Let's hope for the first one, the fitting together good. And then we're ready to spray lacquer on all the stuff. Just get it all done, get it installed. And then I can actually start using these, and I can take a little more time building the decorative fronts. In other words, the cabinet doors and drawer fronts, the white stuff. But the utilitarian part, all the maple actual physical drawers will be done and usable, so I will start using them. Oh no, I screwed it up.
That's why we make two.
Yeah. Let's say, is it January? Okay. All right. Hey guys, here we are at the shop. It's a blizzard outside, so what better thing than to spray out these drawers. So we've got our two pull-out shoe holders, bunch of drawers. I'm going to spray these again, and then I'm going to go home and I'm going to install a bunch of slides. and then we'll get these things put in. It's a Friday night, put them in tomorrow. All right, so let me show you these. So first of all, we're pretty tight space. Space is at a premium. So I can't stand on the other side. I got to stand here. So we've got this one. And notice they're slow close, like you can just let them slide in, and then we've got this one. So we've got two of these. They're the same deal. And so basically it's pantry hardware. There's a guide up top, and then the real heavy duty hardware is underneath. And so hopefully I have some footage of that, but I will show you what I use for that. And then the interior is just a maple box. It's a maple box construction, hardwood maple. So we joined smaller boards to make wider boards. We've got this little notch. Now, here's one thing that I kind of did wrong and why none of my shoes are in here. My shoes work, but it's real tight. You got to have them just centered up. And my wife has a ton of shoes anyways, so she gladly took both drawers. But I kind of had one of my shoes, and I kind of holding it at a diagonal, trying to figure out how big to make these things. Because they're custom, I could have made them whatever, and then the space in between would have just been smaller. But I didn't want to make them bigger than they needed to be. And so I just got a little tight. I would have made them a little wider. The other thing was, like, they were real slippery. Like, we would shut them, and just the motion of the drawer shutting, shoes would slide around a little bit, and then they get caught, and it was a mess. But I found online this tape, and it's like abrasive friction tape, and it looks white, but it's actually clear. The white is just a backer. So you peel the backer off, and you've got this clear tape that gives friction. And so you can't even see it, but I've got, if you get close to it, you can see there's a couple strips of it in there. So that works really good, and it just grabs them. They don't move. It works phenomenal. So I just got it at Uline. They sell all kinds of equipment for my company. So, but really good stuff. It was a good idea, and it solved a problem. So now it works great for my wife's shoes. My shoes would fit. I would just have to be a little more careful. But so that's what they look like. Maple box, and then we've got a painted poplar front that's just stuck up, screwed on there. So that's it. All right, guys, that's it for the shoe storage video. Keep watching the channel for the videos on some other stuff in here and just kind of the last episode of wrapping everything up. We're close, so I'm excited. I'll see you then. And roll them. Okay. Everybody smiles. All right. Okay. All right.
Wait, what day is it?
It is the 23rd of March, 2022. And we don't know if there's going to be an April, to be honest with you. And so everybody's on edge about the robots in the space thing. So we'll see what happens. All right. So here we are again. Here we are again. Here we are again. Here we are again.